Massachusetts, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. And this may be a weird one, Chris. We've got the wind absolutely howling out of the ballpark, so that's sure to make lives difficult on the pitchers and outfielders.
And even the infielders, when you have those pop-ups to shallow part of the outfield or maybe the rim of the infield where normally an infielder's backpedaling a little bit to make a catch, never fun when you look up and you see those flags blowing all over the place. You know there's activity up in the air.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. Today's starting pitcher, Tanner Houck. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Yandy Diaz, the next to hit, takes outside.
First pitch, 135.
And here it comes. And that one fouled off. Next offering way off the plate. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. And the right-hander deals. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Diaz gets his lead at first. Nobody out. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Kike. Over to first, safe.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Check on the runner, and he's back in there.
One ball.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Pickoff throw. Low. Dives back in safely.
Runner!
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Ground ball right side. That one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Throw to first. Low. Back on a dive. Back over to first. And they're keeping him close. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. There's the ball. Throw, safe.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Harold
Ramirez at the dish.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And that's in there for strike one. Line drive, base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So 2 down. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Luke Raley in there for strike one. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Next one misses, outside. And the count is 1-2. The pitch. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Anytime one of your guys gets drilled, it catches everyone's attention in the dugout, and you know what? It kind of gets you fired up.
Isaac Paredes now. That hits the dirt. 1-0.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 balls,
good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2-0. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away. You get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Late swing fouled off. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Digging in, Taylor Walls. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And he deals. There's a strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. They get the force. That's the 3rd out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Boston, and on the mound in this one, Taj Bradley. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
We go to the bottom of the first, and stepping in for Boston, Alex Verdugo. And that one is lifted in the air. Rosarena moving under it. Puts it away for the out.
Batting second, the designated hitter,
Rafael Devers up to hit. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Rafael Devers, part of that 2018 team that won it all, but over the past couple of years, he has really turned into one of the top hitters, certainly one of the top left-handed hitters in the American League. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Fires over to first, and Devers is set down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace. Yeah, and his ability to handle pitches as well outside the zone on the fringes, just impressive. I know we'll never forget the night that he hit a home run off of Aroldis Chapman slightly above the top of the strike zone and just clobbered it to left center field.
Yeah, that pitch was over 100 miles an hour from Chapman, and he raked it out of the ballpark. That's in for a strike. Next pitch misses outside. 2-1. Started to go at the 2-1. Appeal down to first. And Woody Keller right on it. Says he held up. That pitch gets the corner, and it's 3-2.
We got a full count.
Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing for Boston. They trail here 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the veteran outfielder, Manuel Margot.
Manuel Margot.
Houck back to work. And there's the strike.
0-1.
And he pumps it a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all. Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And that one missing low.
1-1.
And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's a 2-1. And a foul ball. Next offering is downstairs. stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Next offering is fouled back. Three-two now. That one is blasted left field towards the monster. Over the monster and onto Lansdowne Street. Home run. He sends a rocket to left, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Yandy Diaz now walked to open the ball game. Up the middle. Hernandez over to first in time. That's it out.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And that one wrapped foul. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. To the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first, and that is the third out of the inning. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back here at Fenway Park, bottom of the second. So stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. The pitch. Ball one there. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. Throw, and it gets away, and he'll make it up to second as he advances on the throwing error.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now batting Jarren Duran.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Yoshida stands at second with no outs.
Foul.
Righty delivers.
Outside. That's a ball.
And there's a foul ball. And now 2-2. The other way. Oh, what a stop. Throw to first. Save.
Boogie doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Here's Kike Hernandez. That clips the corner.
No balls. One strike.
strike two.
Oh, hard
ball,
in,
2
soft
strikes.
away, and now he's in an 0-2 count. He's got to figure out a way to try to sit in between, perhaps choke up a little bit, and just try to get the
ball.
bat to the baseball.
1-2.
No outs, runners at first and second. Ripped into center, base hit. Around third. Fires to the plate, but it's offline. And they trail by 1.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
First and second, no outs. Now batting Tristan Casas. That one the other way. Jumps, but it's off his glove. There's one.
On the tag, you're out.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Line drive, and there's a hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now 1 out.
Wastes no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now the rookie second baseman, number 47. There's the strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Here's Alex Verdugo. Flied out his first time. That one down the line. A dive. Nice stop. Fires to first. Got him. Nice play. And that may have saved a run.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
New inning getting started. And stepping in for the Rays, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
Hauk back to work. Arozarena getting the start in left. 28 years
1 ball,
old.
no strike.
And he was born in Cuba. And the 1-0.
Ball.
On the ground to third. Slings to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Harold.
At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Harold Ramirez. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Ball one, no strikes.
That's a ball.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Now he breaks his bat. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now
Gotta feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the bump.
Luke Raley next to hit for the Rays. He was plunked in his first trip to the plate. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. That one ripped left field. And it's off the wall. Yoshida throws to second, and he'll pull into second with two gone.
Now
Showed off some really nice oppo pop with that swing and just couldn't get it over the fence. But I absolutely love everything about that approach and the mechanics right there.
Now it's the second baseman, Isaac Paredes. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Not close with that one, but he gets him to go after it.
That's one of those swing now before the pitchers even let go of the baseball.
Here's the 0-2. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate, and the runner holds. One and two now. Smash to the left side. Over to first, and that is that. One left for Tampa, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Back here in Boston, bottom of the inning. Here's a big power threat. Rafael Devers. Devers in his 6th season, batting second in today's lineup, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Hard hit left side. On to first. One gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Third baseman number 2, Justin Turner.
So now Turner in on that right side. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's in there. Strike one.
All impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at bat expands.
The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Man at first with one gone. Now it's going to be Masataka Yoshida. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. First offering, and it just misses. Kicks and fires. That one pushed to the left and foul. Tied up here in the early going. That one inside. And a count 2-1.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Two on the way. Line drive, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Center fielder number 16,
Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. Reached on an infield single his first time. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
The 1-0. And that one fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Left-hand hitter waits. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. That one's deep. And it hits the base of the wall. One runs in. Another comes in to score. 4-2 now. And he's got a two-run triple.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One down, runner at third. And the batter now, Enrique Hernandez.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
First offering misses the mark. Up the middle, Paredes throws to first. Now two away as they get a run across. Tristan Casas, the next to hit.
Tristan Casas.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And that one is gone. He sends it out of here, and they boost their lead. It's 6-2.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat, opposite field knock.
And it's fouled away.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
0-1. Next offering misses down and away.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
That one in for a strike, 2-2.
2-2.
And that's in the dirt.
Got a full count.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Bradley with a move to first. And he dives back in safely. Another move to first. And he's back in that time as well. Number 47 batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Clips the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And the righty deals. In the dirt. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. On to inning number 4. It's the Red Sox 6, the Rays 2. Back here at Fenway Park as we go to the top of the 4th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. And a pitch.
So, Boo, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brunansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. Margot in the box now. No balls and a strike. That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
And Margot able to spoil that one. And the pitch. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Christian Bethancourt next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Upstairs.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
And a pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
Here comes a pitch. And he chases that one. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for Boston, number 47.
Emmanuel Valdez.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. What about the fans at Fenway? Would they let you have it from time to time?
They're definitely intelligent baseball fans, which is awesome. They're not waiting for something to happen. They can smell a big inning or anticipate a situation setting itself up.
Next pitch is outside.
One thing I found that was very cool was making a great play to end the inning and running off the field and getting a standing ovation, even at times when you're not a player on their team. As long as you're not winning, they will celebrate and applaud a great play on the field. These fans here, they love and respect baseball.
On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, back in trouble, Boo, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. Runner on the go. Swing and a ball popped up. That's a base hit. Verdugo around second. Low to third. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Up next.
And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Taj Bradley won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Number 58 takes over on the mound.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Now Justin Turner gets a chance to hit. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. First and third, 1 down. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's a ball and a strike.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Righty to the plate. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Right-handed reliever, and a ball evens the count.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
2-2 now. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The pitch. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Comes the 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And next for the Red Sox, Masataka Yoshida. That one's in there, 0-1. Way inside, gets out of the way. One now.
2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 outs. And a good eye there.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Swing and a miss, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
2 outs, bases loaded. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Jarren Duran. In there, and it's 0-1.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
That one fouled off. Kicks and deals. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. Red Sox leave him loaded. They lead it 6-2. Back now at Fenway. The batter now, Yandy Diaz. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Activity in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Nick Pivetta getting ready to go. Whitlock warming up as well. Now the 0-1. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Josh Lowe. And that's in there for strike 1. Left-hand batter waits. Center field. Duran on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena next to hit for the Rays. And that one lifted in the air center field. Duran moving under it. 2 away now. Harold Ramirez next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. That one's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
There's a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Next one misses, and it's 1-2. Diaz off of first with 2 away. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Catcher has it, fires to first. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. Back inside Fenway Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. So stepping in for Boston, Enrique Hernandez. The Y to kick the pitch. That just misses. Ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Josh Fleming warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Next pitch is outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
The next offering misses. 3-0. And that's ball 4.
Runner, take your base.
Trying to work his way back into the count right there, but so much for that. Pretty good pitch, but just doesn't get the call on 3-0.
The first baseman.
So man aboard, and here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. In there for strike 1. The pitch.
That missed. That's a ball.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Diaz makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
Now batting, the catcher,
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. They say you win.
0 balls, 1 strike.
The 0-1. Slice to right, and it stays fair. Lead runner makes the turn at second.
now
He
batting,
really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So up next, number 47, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Just missed.
That's the ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. And fouled off. And here it comes. Way high.
3-1.
And that'll
So
load
that's
the
ball 4.
bases.
Runner take your base.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Alex Verdugo up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 3. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. In there at the knees. And that's strike 1. Popped in the air, left side. That's a base hit as a run scores. Here's the throw to the plate. In there. He scores. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. He actually kind of fooled him with the breaking ball on the inside part of the plate there. Didn't get a good piece of it, but he got just enough to fight it off and make it work out.
New pitcher on now, Josh Fleming.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Here's Justin Turner. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
And now the lefty.
Hee-haw.
That's down and in.
2-1.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Check swing, no
that's
appeal.
ball.
3-1 now. And he flips a breaking ball in there,
Full count.
or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was.
And down on strikes he goes. And 2 away now.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Yoshida in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Oh, 2 now. Swing and a pop-up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. So they get 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 5 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 9, the Rays 2. Here's a speed threat, Luke Raley.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Justin Garza, the young right-hander, up and throwing. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. At the belt and fires. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And it is gone. A towering shot to right, and they inch closer. It's 9-3.
At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
Isaac Paredes next to hit for the Rays. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws across the diamond. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Taylor Walls.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. Ball 1 low.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And he deals. And a count 1-2. The pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next pitch in the dirt. And the count is even 2-2. Goes down looking.
The center fielder, number
2 outs,
13.
base is empty. Manuel Margot up to the plate. Margot goes 5 feet 11 inches, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And takes low for ball 1. Next pitch misses way outside. And downstairs. That just
Take the
missed.
bait,
He
ball
walked
4.
him on 4 pitches.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Tanner Houck, done for the afternoon. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. A new pitcher in the game, Justin Garza.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone. One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. Didn't go. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pitch. Check swing. Went around.
1 ball, 2
and the
strikes.
count 1-2. And the right-hander deals, gets a piece, and stays alive. Righty delivers. Popped up. Turner makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 9-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Here's the center fielder, Jaron Duran.
For the Red Sox, the center fielder, Jaron
Fleming back to work. That clips the corner.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball.
No ball,
Strike
1
one.
strike.
You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
That misses the
That's
zone,
down, that's a
and it's a
ball.
ball and a strike. Swings through that.
1 and 2's the count.
The wind of the pitch. That one drifts
Ball, that's
inside.
in.
And another
Full count.
ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The wind of the pitch. That's to third. It's in and out of his glove.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, TK Hernandez.
Man at first, and here is Enrique Hernandez. In there, and it's 0-1. The pitch. Just
Nope,
missed.
1-1.
Step off, throw to first.
He's in there.
Duran
Hey.
back in standing. Ball to strike. Foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
2-2.
Here's a tapper towards short. Walls throws to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. He's already homered in this game. This to third. Has some trouble with it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher, Connor Wong.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
That one's in there. It's 0-1. Runners at first and second with one gone. Late swing, fouled off. Two on, one out. And there's a ball. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4,
He's going.
3. It's a double play. And that'll do it for the inning. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and a runner left. We're through 6 full. It's the Red Sox 9 and the Rays 3. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Yandy Diaz.
And a pitch. Just off
a
the
ball.
outside
Outside.
edge. And that's ball 1. Now 1-1.
1-1.
And a 1-1. And that's in there at the knees.
1-2.
Just missing
No,
there.
ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good take.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And that's going to kick into the corner. Yoshida throws to second. Not in time. It's a double.
Okay.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. He swings and fouls one off.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That misses. 1-2 to count. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. No outs. Runner on second. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Runner leads away at second. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these guys are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Next pitch is popped up. And puts the squeeze on that. One down.
The batter, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
1-1.
The pitch. Now one missed.
No, that missed. That's a ball. 2-1.
The next pitch
Nope,
misses,
ball.
and that's ball 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
The batter.
And now the DH, Harold Ramirez. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
The 1-0. And that misses off the outside edge.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
And the pitch. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here comes a 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Back up the middle and a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's in there as a run scores.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And stepping in for the Rays, Luke Raley. He's already homered here in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
And the righty deals. And now 2-0.
Inside.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. Garza makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Now up for Tampa Bay, Isaac Paredes.
The second baseman, Isaac Paredes.
Off the
That's the
plate,
ball.
and it's 1-0.
1-0.
First and second, 2 down. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. An absolutely majestic shot. His 9th homer of the year. It's 9-7.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Caleb Ort will take over here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So digging in, Taylor Walls. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
Kicks and fires. There's a strike. And a 1-2. Walls
What you got?
checks his swing, appeal to third, and he went around according to Clyde Washington. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. It's now a 9-7 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Colin Poche comes on now.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Number 38, Colin Poche.
Here's the second baseman, number 47.
For the Red Sox, the second baseman, Manuel Valdez.
And a pitch. Good eye right there. Bullpen activity starting up now. Jalen Beeks warming up for manager Kevin Cash. And Poche ready to work. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Ball to strike. The pitch.
2-1.
Swings through that one out in front that time. And now the count filled up 3-2.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Struck him out looking.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Pulls that one foul. The 0-1. Right field down the line, and that one slices foul. Kicks and deals. And down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Devers, the next to hit, takes ball one. Slap the other way, foul. Two outs. And a foul ball. The 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering is outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Left-hand hitter waits. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. This one's got a chance, and that one is going to go. His 14th of the year, and they add on. It's 10-7.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Justin Turner now. On the ground, out to short. Whips it across. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Devers goes deep for the Red Sox. It's now 10-7. Here's Manuel Margot. The Rays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
And he deals. And ball one.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Casas makes the grab, and there's one away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
The catcher, number 14, Christian Bethancourt.
Christian Bethancourt next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a pop-up. Number 47 under this one. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. And now it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right-handed reliever. And that one is lifted in the air. Verdugo ranging after it. Squeezes it. And that is that. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. They still trail 10-7. So a lefty out of the pen, Jalen Beeks.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Now the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida.
The left fielder, Masataka.
The pitch. And there's a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. And now the center fielder, Jarren Duran. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Sean Armstrong warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Oh, one gets a check swing. Appeal to third. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Next one is off the plate. And a count 2-1. Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Hernandez stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is in for a strike. The wind and the pitch. And 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
That's ripped. Base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner at first with 2 away. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And now 2-0 as that one missed below the knees. The 2-0 is in for a strike. At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Smash down the left field line. And foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. There's a swing and a drive. Makes the catch up against the wall. One left for the Red Sox. They still lead it, though, 10-7. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Kenley Jansen.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Josh Lowe now at the plate.
The right fielder.
Remember when Kenley got a chance to play in the World Baseball Classic as a catcher for the Netherlands in 2009? And you think now he wears number 74 because that is his house number in Curacao. And ball one to the right fielder. Jansen, the tall righty, 265 pounds, and he's a native of Curacao. They say it went.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. The pitch. Good eye right there. Two now. Just misses with that one.
Count is full.
Three-two. Left field. Yoshida drifts towards it, and there's one down.
Now back, left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And that's in there for strike one. Righty to the plate. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1. And that one hammered out towards left field. That one back there, and it is gone way over the monster. Randy Arozarena hits one out. His 12th of the season, and they cut into the lead. It's 10-8. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
And next is the designated hitter, Harold Ramirez.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Ball one, no strikes.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
And the 1-0. Fought off foul. And here it comes.
Yeah.
That misses off the outside edge.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Now all even up. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
The first base is number 55.
So it's their last chance in this one. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Luke Raley. And he swings and misses, and it's
0-1.
0-1. They're down to their final strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Started after it. Appeal to third. He did not go around. And a 1-2. Rip to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Red Sox slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, he does a nice job of coming in and getting the save. He made a mistake with the pitch, gave up the solo home run, but he maintained his focus to push through to the finish line.
And this one ends the final 10-8. Kenley Jansen picking up the save. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.